Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Oh. Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Today is September 10th, 2024. We're moving right along, truly. And you have your host today, Sister Deitra, myself, as well as Sister Stacy. Let's see. This is going to be a different show. Because I really want to use this as a platform to continue a seminar we had this past Thursday. Not to continue it, but to be a pig, to add on to what we did on this past Thursday. So I invited many of the people, all of the people that attended that seminar, I invited to today's show. I sent emails to them to answer certain questions. And so I will ask those questions in person, not in person, virtually on the show today, because I'm going to create a spreadsheet with the responses, and everyone will get those responses as well. I'm going to email them out. So just to let you know, this is going to be a little different day as far as our show. Are there any questions?
Sounds exciting.
Right. I'm glad. Grand Rising, Sharonda.
Good rising.
Oh, wow. You sound like you sleep. We have a Zoom user. I don't know who that is, but if you can speak and let us know who you are, that'd be nice. Okay. All right, Zoom user.
That's usually what's her name?
Grand Rising, Calvin. Oh, he's not here yet. Okay.
Oh God, I want to say Thelma. No, that's Thelma. I have her name down. Dr. somebody.
Riola.
Yeah, Dr. Riola.
Oh, that's her. Okay, all right. Well, that's good. She here. That's wonderful. And I would like to take a moment of silence for one of our wellness seekers, and that is Yvette Floyd. She was in attendance to the seminar this past Thursday, but she had an operation and she is in recovery, and she would be here. I know she would be, but she is actually, just so you know a little bit of her background, she is a pharmacist, as you know, so she's in tune with some of those different vitamins and things we take. She distributes them, when people come to the pharmacy. But I would like to give a moment of silence for her in recovery, healing, because it's happening. But I want to acknowledge that. So let's take a moment. Thank you all for understanding and participating, because healing is on her already. Great. So right now I want to do a recap of the seminar, just so everybody's on the same page at this point. Let's see. Now the seminar was held on Thursday, September 5th. It was called the Wheel of Wellness Seminar. And I'm going to explain why that title was given. It was a reason why it was called Wheel of Wellness. But I want to acknowledge you all. Thank you all for being here at 9 in the morning. Yay. But it's just a blessing to have you here. Let's see. And of course, I want to always acknowledge the queen, even though she walked away from the camera, but there she is. I acknowledge her because you know what? This is actually a great platform. And, you know, she bringing this to fruition through her vision. You know, she had this 30 years ago to do this. So I am so thankful for her, you know, for allowing me to be a part of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and first thing I want to do is, like I said, to recap. Let me see here. Let me make sure I get everything. We talked about the first thing we discussed on Thursday was a mental equivalent book. I'm going to show it to you because this is a wonderful book. It's little, but it is very intensive. But I want to show you that mental equivalent. And what it says in general is that we all carry a mental equivalent. When we talk about emotions, because I'm going to get into a little more emotional things, because that's important when it comes to health. But that book talks about, you know, we all carry a mental equivalent in our mind. You know, what are you carrying with you? Are you carrying health? You know, what is your mental equivalent? And so what it talks about is that based on what you're thinking, it's going to be your world. You know, your world will show up the way your mind is working. So that's important in that book, but that's a great book. I mean, it's by Emmett Fox, and he's a wonderful writer. And if anyone is familiar with the unity movement, you know, I mean, he was a pastor for the unity movement. So he kind of comes from that direction too, you know, metaphysical. So that's a good book. Okay, and moving on to, we talked about emotional wellness. Everyone received an emotional wellness sheet. If you attended that seminar, you can recognize what this looks like. But I can send this to everyone who didn't receive it. But on this okay, I will send it to you, Calvin. The emotional wellness talks about anticipation, happy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, disgust, and anger. You know, and then it goes into a lot of different areas, but you all are familiar who attended that seminar. You know how it goes. Those are the basic things, but it branches out to other more refined things. And then we viewed Dr. Pulcrum's video, Your States of Consciousness Determines Reality. And so, wonderful video. It really helped us see things from it helped me see things from a different viewpoint. So if you can, take time to view that. And that, well, I'll say it again, Jewel Pookrum, Pookrum, Your States of Consciousness Determines Reality. So we tagged that into that. And then we actually had another wheel we talked about. We talked about the wheel of wellness. And that one, let's see, we talked about the different areas: sleep, weight, stress, water, exercise, your wellness checkups, diets and supplements, cleansing, and elimination. So we went through and talked about how are you doing personally in those different areas of wellness. And then we went into our diary. We talked about a health diary. Everyone received one. And we talked about what can be included in that diary. How are you sleeping? You note how you slept the night before, the food you ate yesterday or last night, the herbs you take, the exercise you do, and your recurring thoughts. I mean, how are you thinking? How were you thinking yesterday? Your elimination and your water intake. I'm just giving you a quick snippet of what we talked about, but we talked about all those things. And it was so fruitful, the whole seminar, what was given, what was taken. I mean, it was just like everyone had so much value to share. And so we was running, time was just going, we was talking. It was great. It was great. It was wonderful. Are there any questions thus far on what I shared? Okay, everybody's sitting quiet. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Want to say, yeah, unmute yourself again. There you go.
Oh, sorry. You said you would make the information available from the seminar. You would.
Yes, I can make it available if you want it.
Sure, great information.
Okay, great.
Because a lot of times we look at just the physical, we don't look at the mental, emotional, and spiritual as one integral component. So we have to address all of it together.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Because it's all together. Mm-hmm. It is all together. Thank you, Calvin.
Calvin, you remind me of my brother-in-law.
Oh, wow. I hope that's good, right? That's good. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, he's your voice sounds like him in the way you talk and your way of being. And he's in the whole family, he's the one that nothing bothers him. He's the one that it can fit into any corner and any conversation.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that because you sounded just like him.
Good. I received that. Thank you.
Great person.
Oh, wonderful. Is there anyone else want to share anything or ask a question or?
Well, I would like to mention that in this context, Joe Dispenza, he's a great guy he does a great job of fusing science and spirituality, and he presents it in a plain way that's not so complicated because he deals with the body-mind connection and the thought pattern and vibration and how it affects our body. So he's on YouTube. He has books out, but he's on YouTube a lot. He
and
makes
you know what, Calvin, thank you for mentioning that. But Queen of Duty, she plays his stuff from time to time on the show, so we are familiar with him. Thank you, though. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna everyone here. I think I'm looking to see if everyone here received a text. Maybe Sharonda, I don't think you did, but you were asked questions, and now we were going to go over those questions today. So now I want to go over the purpose. We are called the wellness seekers, and believe me, that name is not written in stone. If you know another name, we can name our group of people who are helping others with their health and wellness. Please let me know. But as wellness seekers, we seek to help our people with their health. Our primary aim is not to make money. It's not about making money for me. Let me speak for myself, because someone did let me know that we should be making money too. Okay, but that's not my aim for this thing, but to restore health to those, to restore health, period. Go for what you love and money will come if that is what you desire. That's how I feel. I believe that money is kind of an after effect of going for what I love. So that's how I see it. Okay. now, and now I want to say that a spreadsheet will be created based on what you say today. And these questions and responses will be grouped into a designated body system. Because I mean, the mind, everything, we're gonna look at everything, but it will go into a spreadsheet. And everyone on the team will be notified of the output and asked to pick a body system. Because one thing I want us to know is that it's not about a single person. We're a group. I mean, everybody can do what they can to help us get to the next level, seriously. So I'm going to ask these questions of each of us. So answer what you can. If you don't want to answer, just say I don't want to answer. That's fine. But I'm gonna start with number 1. And the first question is, well, you know what? Let me do the participant list. I'm gonna go down the list. And it's me. And then I'll start because I'm the first one on the participant list. So the first question is, what are your gifts? What do you bring to the table? Now just think about that. See, some of us have some really key things that we can offer our community, our group, that is so helpful. My gifts is time management. I'm really all about time. I found that to be true since I was a little girl. I mean, it was like I wanted to be on time for everything. However to get to where I need to get, I'm going to do it. And another thing, a gift I have is organization. I can pull some things together, and it's the teacher in me. I will say it's the teacher in me. Because I had to be organized for these little people, because they will challenge you. Oh my goodness. If you're not ready, they're going to let you know you're not ready. So I had to be ready for them. And then another thing about me is positive thinking. When you're around me, I will try to go to the positive side of everything. If you're going through something, we're going to get to the positive side of it. So, okay, that's the first question. The second one is, let me get my page back. Okay. What issues have family, friends, and you going through that you know about? List them. Okay, and that was what I asked each of us. Now, what I've heard over the years pretty heavily is asthma. Go ahead.
Because I'm writing it down. So can you say it again?
Okay, sure.
What issues?
What issues have family, friends, and that you are going through that you know of? List them. Okay, so is that clear, Queen?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So for me, some things that really stood out to me is asthma. The reason why I say asthma to that issue is because I lived in 48218 down in River Rouge, and it's part of that community that is highly toxic. So I was an administrator in the high school, and so I dealt with children. So we was faced with asthma issues continuously. So I had to look deep into that to help families in that community. All over that community was asthma. That was a big one. Another one is diabetes, because it runs on the patriarchal side of my family. Diabetes is heavy. So a lot of my family members have that. And then the other one is cancer, quote unquote cancer. It was affected my family, that community. I mean, we actually did a cancer cross Cancer Cross event where we put crosses in front of all the houses where cancer members had cancer. And, you know, just to show how prevalent that issue is. And I know it was something, but it was a nice little, not nice, I don't know about nice, but it was an event in that community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now moving to the, let's see, third question.
So, question. So
Yeah.
what issues you're talking about? Health
issues.
issues? You're talking about health issues.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to take away that it could be mental. I don't know if you're thinking something different,
No,
but
I mean, there could be financial things, or there could be violence, or something like that. And I didn't know until you said until you started explaining what yours were.
uh-huh.
Okay, I said, oh, okay, maybe she's talking about health issues. And then when I thought you were talking about first just your family, but then you expanded it to the community and all that you were doing. So I just want to get more clarity, or is it based on whatever those issues are for each?
No, that's a very good question, because I'm glad you brought it up though, because I had a conversation with someone yesterday, one of the health seekers. She was having issues with her car because she needs somebody that knew about cars, you know, to come and help her find out what's wrong with it. So no, I don't want to say that it's just health, any issue, because I mean, sometimes we have monetary issues too. And I mean, it's a way to come up with that. You know, I was just sharing even yesterday about what Mama Evelyn shared with us. Is she on the call right now?
Yes, she is now.
Okay, good. Because what she shared with us in regards to things changing monetarily, that was beautiful. And I think that's kind of thing can be shared too with the community.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see. Are there any other questions?
So you're on number 3 now.
Right. Okay, what are your health responses to the issues that are brought your way? That's a very good question. Because when I go through my issues, I will put it on the spreadsheet, but to talk about what I do for asthma, diabetes, cancer, you know, I can let me see, did I put anything down for that so far? Oh, okay, yes, I did.
Read that again, babe, the question.
Oh, the question is, what are your health responses to the issues that are brought your way?
Okay, thank you.
And then once again, if it's not a health issue, you know, what are your responses to whatever the issue is? Good point, Queen. I'm glad you said we can't, you know, it's other ways people can deal with issues. Okay, now I do have something written down here. I realize I can't ask somebody else to do something if I'm not doing it right. So no, I did answer my questions. Now for asthma, one thing that comes across quickly for me is deep breathing, learning how to breathe properly. I know they have those breathing apparatus for asthma, to make sure you can open up everything, right? But I think in preventative measures, we need to learn how to breathe. We shallow breathe. A lot of us do. I do. Let me stop talking about everybody. I'm talking for myself. And then for diabetes, I think a good thing to stay away from is carbs and sugar. Because carbs turn to sugar in the body once you eat them, so. And then for cancer, I think, I'm finding that really is a mental thing. So right thinking can kind of stave off, cancer. So that's my thought. Anybody that has cancer has gotten over it, let me know if I'm talking right.
Some research looks at cancer as the disease of resentment,
Okay.
because of the mental and emotional component. We can't just separate it's a physical manifestation of what is going on with you that's causing your body to be in distress. Um, they use the concept of fight or flight or survival mode. When you're in a survival mode for short term is not bad, but when you're in survival mode for an extended period of time, it causes the energy that needs to go to healing to be diverted to dealing with that stressor. So what it is that your body is not, it's out of sync. So the healing process is not being addressed because the energy is being directed towards the crisis. And the problem with that is that whether you think you're in a crisis or you're actually in a crisis, your body still has the same effect. So we
Okay.
can be stressed out and cause our body to be more susceptible to disease, especially cancer, and cancer as well.
Okay. Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Going to the next question. Let's see what we have here. Let me get to it.
This is good stuff, Deitra.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
good,
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm glad you think so, because it kind of came off the top of my head. I mean, as far as what we should dress, but I
Mhm.
believe me, I want us all to add what we
Yeah.
think we um should talk about. Number
Mhm.
4, do you have a neighbor who is into health that lives near you within 5 miles?
Mhm.
Okay, and then I thought about that. For me, it would be Mama Evelyn. She doesn't live far from me. I'm east side. Oh, that's the next question. What
Mhm.
side of town do you live on? I'm east side. So, I mean, deep east. I'm all the way east.
Okay, say that question again.
Okay, that question is, do you have a neighbor who is into health that lives near you
Okay.
within 5 miles? Okay. So my next question is, should each of us have a partner to share and communicate with? My
Mhm.
answer was yes. I thought that would be great.
Yeah.
And number 6, okay, and that's what is your gift or what do you bring to the table? Because all of us come with something different that we can help our community. And it's so interesting because I was listening to Terrence Howard and Billy Carson.
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they were
Mhm.
talking about math. I mean,
Mm.
deep math. The what is it called? The flower. Uh,
I know what you're talking about.
right, exactly. But I was like, who in my circle is into deep math? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can do math generally, but to go deep into the science of it is a bit much for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then. So I'm gonna go to our next person, which is Queen Aduni.
Okay,
You
so
ready to answer some questions?
6 of them, or were there 5?
Uh, it's 6.
Okay, what was number 5?
What was number? Which one?
5.
Oh, 5 is, should we
Yeah.
have a partner?
Okay.
Should each of us have a
Mhm.
partner to share and communicate about health?
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
So what are my gifts? My gifts are um, organizing.
Okay.
My gifts are administration.
Okay.
Mhm.
My gifts are communication,
Okay.
pulling people together.
If you can speak up just a little bit.
You getting some background noise. Somebody, getting some background, a lot of background noise. People want,
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, so administration, communication, my gifts are talent-wise, vocal and directing and percussion, music world. My gifts are making people feel welcome and seen and
Okay.
valued. And I am a gatekeeper for your gifts, whatever your passion. I am a passion gatekeeper.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah. And I am definitely a visionary. Most
Yes.
definitely a visionary. I'm a master of natural hair care and I'm a pilot, from the beginning.
Okay. Right, right, right.
So yeah, basically those things, being I believe that I'm a great mother,
Yes.
great wife, and a great friend,
Yes.
and great grandmother, and
Okay.
so I enjoy life. There
Okay,
you
good.
are. And I want to share with everybody. So basically, I think I said it all. What
Okay.
issues have the family and friends and you are going through? Um, if we say health issues, uh, wow, a lot of dental
Okay.
with my family and friends, and especially at my age, my friends, are going through the loss of this and the
Right.
newness of this and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um, so issues would be finances.
Okay.
Um, issues would be in my family, friends. Oh God, so many people that I found out that have come through cancer.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't find out to the other side. It's just hearing so many people that I know that are dealing with that type of thing. So okay. What are your health responses to the issues that are brought your way? My health response is really Lizzie's Kitchen.
Okay.
My health response is the Grand Rising Elizabeth with the
Okay.
that we bring forth. I really believe that all 5 of the classes or sessions that we do are the balance of life.
Mm.
Because we deal with, the social world and
Yes.
billionaire mindset, that the way of thinking like that. Then we deal with health and wellness, which is, and then
Right.
we deal with our finances and that. And then we deal with creativity, and then we deal with what our passions are, and
Yes.
purposes. That's very rounded of a person,
Yes.
right? And so that is that's what I've been put here to do is to do my part in making that information available to the people.
Right. Right. Right.
Right. And so therein lies where the classes are being, held, and the chefs coming in and sharing their information and all the different components. I'm glad we're talking about this because I really have this before the Lord right now.
Okay.
So um
Good, because I just realized that the Elizabeth's, Lizzie Kitchen, all that is a good place to send people. They can come be a part of it and
Right.
learn about all that. So that's good. That's
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. What are your health responses? Okay. Do you have a neighbor that's into health that lives near you within 5 miles? Uh, yeah, I do.
Oh,
Within 5
good.
miles. Yeah, I do. I do. Should we have a partner? Is that, and when you say partner, is that like a health partner or what kind?
That's what I was thinking. But someone, if I have an idea about something, I could talk to them, and they will respond, they will understand where I'm coming from, more or less.
Mhm.
But that can be on any level, like other than health, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there are definitely people that I call for certain things.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, so if I want to talk about something with money and business, I would easily call Lakeisha.
Right. Exactly.
Ready to talk,
Okay.
just ready, always ready.
We're good. Good.
Yeah, but and then Star, I talk to her about.
Right. Of course.
But yeah, I think having partners, depending on what the topics are important.
Yeah.
And what do I bring to the table? I think I said that in the gifts.
Right. Exactly.
Mhm.
You did.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, let's see. Well, thank you, Queen. Let's see. We can move on to Stacy. Miss Stacy.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
So my gifts are patience, nurturing, helps, and also knowledge of health and wellness. And the issues that are around me with my family and friends, health issues consist of diabetes, dementia, high blood pressure, thyroid disease, and bipolar. So it's a mix of a lot of different metabolic diseases that surround me. Pre-diabetes as well, metabolic disorders. And my health response to these issues are exercise, diet, and taking supplements.
Mhm.
And then teaching myself or getting information about health issues that concern me and other. So I reach out and make sure I go on YouTube, anywhere I can get it, from a book, anywhere I can get the information that is what I consider based on science. I reach out and look for that information to make sure I get it. And I do have someone who lives directly across the street from me who is also a nurse like I am.
Oh,
And I think you said what side of town do we live on? I live west of Detroit. So
okay.
yeah. And yes, I do have someone that I can share information with. I have a daughter I have a daughter and a nephew who are also nurses that I can bounce stuff off of.
Oh,
like
wonderful.
that. So yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for bringing forth that we need to share what side of town we're on, because it's nice to know, if I'm driving along and, whatever, but it's good to know.
I'm
All
in.
right. So, Mr. Calvin.
I'm mute.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I worked in mental health for 34 years, also was a patient as well. So that's my greatest gift, is being compassionate with people, being understanding, um, advocating for their mental health, because I look like this. The most important thing about you is your mental health, because it affects everything about you.
Right.
And I, I believe people should be more aware of the fact is that their thought life is so critical. What they think about, and what they give authority to, based upon the words they use. Because more research is coming out now. about the power that you speak things into existence, just like the Bible says.
That's right.
And if you're more in tune with the words that you use, the fact that it have not just on others, but it has on you as well. Because your body and mind is one entity. So I spent a lot of research time with that because I know the value of the impact that your thought pattern has on your body because of mental health. Hey, it shows up there, but it can also show up in other organs as well.
That's true.
We have to understand the body mind connection more than what we do, and that the locus of control is within us, and we're our best advocate or our worst adversary. So
Right.
really, I read about it, but I'm also a writer as well. I wrote one book, "Be Transformed by the Renewal of the Mind," and it's a scripture because we have to deal with the total person, the
Yes.
spiritual, mental, and physical. We can't just separate things. We have to look at it as being one entity, because it affects the quality of our life and our relationship with everybody that's around us. So the
Okay,
more we
great.
can be in tune with ourselves, and I'm covering everything at the same time in a sense, because I developed a knack for communication. As
Right,
you
right, right.
as I grew, it became more pronounced and words and all that. But you know what? I'm a great listener, and that comes from working in mental health. So
Okay, well, what have family and friends came to you in regards to their issues? Have you
the
heard?
major issue is the cycle. Um, Working in psych, you used to, not that you're trying to put a person in that label or anything, but you be conscientious about a person's conversation and their demeanor and disposition. So a lot of times, most of my conversations deal with elevation, empowerment, and encouragement.
Okay,
Because people
so
need to be encouraged a lot more than they don't need to be crucified or vilified for the issues. They need to know that they have options. So really, I'm always into counseling and consoling people because when you talk to people, it makes a difference the way you talk to them.
that's true. Do you
Yeah.
have a neighbor or someone who lives near you to connect with?
Yes, I have a neighbor that stays maybe about half a mile from me. We spend a lot of time together talking about life and life experiences. Then I have a niece, she's a nurse. So really, you have to stay plugged in. I consider myself to be a resource person, but you have to have resources as well.
Okay, okay, great,
Mhm.
great, great. Let's see. Are there any other questions we should look into in regards to that I haven't brought forth today? Our group, what should we look into?
First of all, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank
You
you.
because you have to have a meeting of the minds. You can't just sit up and just talk about things. You have to identify things. And I like what Joe Dispenza. It's not just enough having information; it's putting it into practice.
Exactly.
There's a
That's what
lot of
I
information, but it's the application that makes the difference. And we're just making this a user-friendly activity for people.
exactly, exactly. Well, I do truly thank you for sharing what you have so far.
Thank you.
Um,
My pleasure.
I'm trying to think that we get everything covered here. Okay.
I'll stay on the northwest side, Larry.
Oh,
Northwest side of
thank
Detroit,
you, thank you.
not too far from UD. Um, we just have so much to offer one another, and we're wired to be. We're communal people by nature. We're wired to be a community. This individualistic endeavors does not work for us, and we challenge because we're being plucked off one by one because we're not being communal orientated.
Right, right, right. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Calvin.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Let's see. We're gonna move on now. Let's see, who do you have on this list? Miss Evelyn, Mama Evelyn.
She's on her iPhone.
Sorry, I was waiting on a call from Social Security office, and then your sister called me, Sheila, and so it just got discombobulated. So
Oh,
I'm still waiting
understandable.
on that call. So what was the question?
Oh, the first, we had 6 of them.
Ah,
Are you willing to be a part of the Wellness Seekers team?
oh, sure, yes,
Okay,
yes, most definitely,
okay.
yes,
Well, great.
yes.
What issues have family, friends, or you are going through that you know about? Just three, maybe list three of them that people have come
Um,
to you
mm,
or that you heard about.
okay, clarify a little bit. You mean issues like
It could
family
be,
issues?
it could be health issues. Really, that's what I was thinking. Like
Okay, help.
diabetes or something. But no, it could be even monetary. You know, people are having struggles with money and that kind of
Oh well,
thing.
yeah, that's you want to name three? That's one.
Okay.
Two is the health thing, but I'm working on that because yeah,
Okay,
and
when you say
and
health,
and
what do you mean? What do you mean specifically?
well, my dental health and
Okay.
also the diabetes and all those other things,
Okay.
learning about them, and your the meeting we had with you on Thursday was very, very helpful in finding out how I really need to work on um finding out my true numbers, not just the ones my primary doctor wishes to give me. I
Right.
need to delve deeper, and obviously with my insurance that's not going to pay for what I really need. So um but I just find things are opening up monetarily. Um just things are happening, and I'm not, I'm just following spirit as to which way to go.
Okay.
Um uh because I find that helps a lot. Yeah, so
Oh, good.
those two things, yeah, and actively working on just believing in alternative dental care and alternative medicines. Um, so I'm on the lookout for a holistic dentist.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
that's good to know. So anybody know about it, please shoot it on over to Mama Evelyn.
yeah, so yeah,
Okay, and Mama
so
Evelyn, do you have a neighbor or someone who lives near you that you can share things with in regards to health or wellness?
um I have a couple of neighbors that I talk to. The
It can
lady
be
across the
within 5 miles too, because I'm
okay,
here.
well,
I'm near you.
um, yeah, so you're one of them, but my neighbor across the street is a nurse.
Okay.
Her and her daughter are nurses. So, but I don't know how open they are to alternative
Right.
medicines. I don't really talk about health to the neighbor next door. So, and I talk to it with my daughter because, you know,
Yeah,
she
that's
needs
right.
some help. She needs some guidance.
Okay.
Um, but
Well,
yeah.
well, that's good. I thank you for sharing what you have. But I'm glad you're willing to be a part of this group because we're gonna grow. It's gonna get bigger, and we're gonna be dynamic. So we are dynamic. So I'm glad you're part of us. Yay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna move on to the next person because time is really moving on again. Let's go with Miss Joy.
Yes, ma'am. Can you read the questions again?
Okay, first question. Are you willing to be a part of the Wellness Seekers team?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Glad to have you. What issues have family, friends, and or you are going through that you know about? And you
Cancer is a big thing that's running
okay.
prevalent. High blood pressure, diabetes, that seems like that's normal in the Black community.
Uh,
But those are
okay.
things, yeah.
Well, thank you. And do you have any responses to those things already?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I believe there's cures to everything out
Uh,
here. There's definitely cures. One cure is healing our mind of understanding how money works.
okay.
That's a major thing because if we don't have any money, we can't get any of this stuff. You
Right.
know, you know,
Right.
and money isn't everything. Your health is definitely first. However, money makes things more accessible.
Okay.
And I believe, I went into a place where they build bone, and that blew my mind. And I just looked, it was all white people there. And it's because they got money and they can afford to do that. They can
Right.
afford to get these things, so your health is your wealth.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. And where do you live?
I live in St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you stay near somebody that is into health that you can talk
No,
to? Oh,
I do not.
oh, we gotta find
This
somebody.
is, I do have a friend, but she doesn't stay nearby, and
Okay.
she's very health conscious, but she doesn't live within 5 miles. But she's
Oh, we gotta get
extremely,
somebody over there. We
she's
gotta.
74. She's extremely health conscious. But St. Louis, we eat from the Rudy to the Tootie.
Right, right.
We're Southern here. Yeah.
Okay, understandable. Well, thank you so much, Joy. We're gonna move on actually to Miss Mama Razia. Are you there, Mama Razia? Okay, well, let's go on over to Miss Lakeisha.
Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising,
Grand
everyone.
Rising.
So one of the questions was your gifts, correct?
Yes.
What is your gift? So one of my gifts is my business acumen, um, communication, loving, helping people. That's just my nature is to help people. I am a connector, where I connect people to other individuals. I didn't realize that's
Wonderful.
what I was until people they call me. I know some of everybody.
Right.
Typically can connect you to someone to be able to help you with your concerns. As far as do I have someone to be able to assist when it comes to who I've been able to assist. Yes, so I have multiple customers who are repeat customers because of my company, Natural Living by Design. That's why we got into business, is due to my family having health challenges, from being healthy to active to bedridden and taking a lot of medications. Life changes when your health is at risk. Don't you agree?
Yes,
And
yes.
so that's how Natural Living by Design came about. Now, do I have someone who I can talk to about these things? Yes, I have my business partners, Alice, who was this exactly what I just described. She
Right.
has a wealth of knowledge. She's been able to heal herself despite what the doctors wanted to say about, having surgery, um, like aligning your body. Like, I've learned so much from her. So she was an inspiration to why I wanted to stay on this health and wellness journey.
Well,
And
thank
then my business partner, also my mother was a medical social worker. So she has a wealth of knowledge as well. Who have been able to help. One of the main things people come to me about is regarding cancer. So
Okay.
you all talking about that subject. My ex-husband, artist, had prostate cancer, and so they wanted to do surgery. So you would have thought that I had it, because I immediately started doing a ton of research. And
Okay.
one of the things, the research that I found out, was that there are about 4 different supplements that will help with cancer. So one of them was ashwagandha, astragalus, cat's claw, and olive leaf.
Mm.
Since then, there are more products that are available, but at that time, those was the best combination to fighting it. Not taking them all at the same time, but interchangeably taking turns, with them. So yeah, and your
Okay.
question did answer.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. I think let's see. Are there other questions we should look into? You know, as a group, should we look at other things, address other things? Do you know of any?
So yeah, so last night I began my program with Forbes Riley, and one of the things that she talked about with anything that we're doing, I think we should take in consideration research,
Uh-huh.
strategy, and leverage. How to leverage what we're doing, being strategic about what we're doing, and doing our proper research based off of who we are helping.
Oh,
So
that sounds powerful.
I think that's
Say those three
a
things.
great research,
Mm-hmm.
truly do our research on what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Strategy, what is going to be our strategy? What is our goal? What is our intention about? I love the name, the Wellness Seeker Team. What is our strategy to reach more people? And then leverage. How are we going to leverage this platform?
Okay, that's really some good things to work towards. And what side of town do you stay on?
I stay on the west side in Rosedale Park.
Okay. That's good to know. You know, if we have some people west side, east side, to the north, to the south, great. You know what we have on the line here, Miss Sharonda. You want to share some things? You're muted.
Hey y'all, good grand rising. So yes, I got up for you.
Oh,
So
good.
the gifts is teacher of education and dance. I'm a friend, I'm empathetic, supportive, and I am resourceful.
Okay.
And then issues, finance, fibroids, diabetes, high blood pressure, and family.
Okay.
And response, saving money, businesses to make money, eating healthier, counseling, supplements, exercise, and you are Grand Rising
But
Elizabeth.
thank you.
Neighbors, well, I'm on the west side, North Rosedale Park. So as Keisha just said
Okay.
it, I immediately thought of Dr. Riola, but Keisha they're both like the same distance in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Partner. Now, I mean, when you asked that, I was like, should everybody have a partner? No, but partner, do I want one? Yes. Partners, do I have some? Yes. Money, and then business with global empowerment, and then we also have like the WBENC. Even though I've been taking advantage of all of the resources, it is resources out there. And then Keisha keep talking about that ecosystem as well. I know, you mentioning the health and wellness, but that's on the business side. And then gifts, what's on the table is the gifts and then classes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Sharonda. But I want to ask you a question. You said that you mentioned that everyone shouldn't have a partner. Why did you say no?
Well, I mean, that when I initially thought of it, it's like a spouse.
Oh, no, I wasn't
Everybody.
thinking that.
Okay. But you're talking about from the health and wellness perspective.
Exactly. Someone you
Yes,
can just tag
yes,
team with.
absolutely. We should definitely have accountability partners. I mean, everybody doesn't want one, but I mean, the scripture says that iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
And we can, move, we can be more accountable to each other. As I call Keisha, is a good fighter. So, when you got somebody pushing you, if you have lost motivation, you got somebody like Keisha that's gonna remind you.
Exactly.
Okay, now you said you want to do this, you said you want to do that, whether you're doing it or not, you're gonna have somebody to motivate you, and you can go a lot further. And then with the exercise too, having an accountability partner is important. I mean, of course we can do everything. We can do a lot of stuff by ourselves, but what was is I don't know the exact numbers, but like somebody can do something and somebody with two together, 10,000. I don't know. Y'all help me out.
Right.
What this is a scripture.
It's a one
10,000 fold.
There you go. No.
One can put 1,000 to flight and
Yes,
like that,
and
and
two
two
can
can
put
put
10,000. Is that it?
So, I
something
think
like
that's
that.
Psalm 91. I believe that's Psalm 91.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Sharonda.
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
we have two other people on here that we didn't hear from, but we are actually on the hour. If you all can stay on at least 10 more minutes, that would be a good. Let's see, we have a Zoom user. Do you want to share anything?
That's Dr.
Oh, Riola. Dr. Riola? Okay, what about Mama Razia? Are you on the line? Okay. Yeah, what does Reverend Omani call these?
Undercover.
Yeah, undercover people. You know, they just here, I guess. But you know, it was wonderful. Thank you all for being here and answering questions and talking about this. But I was wondering, what could be our next meeting? Should we have an in-person, you know, to actually bring all this together? Because I'm going to send you a spreadsheet of everything that was shared today. But I would like to know what's going to be next steps.
I
I
think
think we should
Zoom is
follow.
convenient. I think Zoom is convenient. I mean, save time and traffic, save time and, maybe right now while we brainstorming, I think
Uh-huh.
it's more easier for everybody to see each other, to be able to.
I think you should also follow Lakeisha's steps. Again, those 3 steps, Lakeisha.
Oh, it is research. When we're giving people information regarding their health, it's very important that we do our research because we do not want to give out incorrect information.
Right.
Research, meaning what we can say, what we can't say, in this health space. That's what's been really challenging about our 70 line of liquid herbal extracts, supplements, powders, and so how to market it or speak on it. So the research around that is very vital to our success. Strategic. What is our strategy? What's the purpose? What's our intention on why are we meeting? Why are we wellness seeker team? What is our objective? What is our goal? What is our vision? What is our mission for creating this, which I believe is so amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody could benefit off of this platform for whatever we're doing or business or area of expertise, the mental for Calvin, the diabetes for we can leverage this
Right.
as a group, but also as our own professional branding or goal, whatever that we're talking, we need to be able to figure out how we're going to leverage this as well.
That sounds good.
So I think that's starting with those right there. That should be that seems like a great platform.
It does. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to end by saying this because I don't want to hold you longer. A spreadsheet will be created based on what is received from these questions, what was said. The responses will be grouped into a designated body system. It can apply to that. And everyone on the team will be notified of the output and asked to pick a body system and look into the issues in that body system further. You can call me with any questions or concerns.
And, I do have I have the video.
Oh.
From your class, from your workshop.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, wow, good.
I'll send that to you. You can review it and then you can decide what you want to do.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Deitra?
For everybody. Hey, Mama Razia.
Oh, Mama Razia.
I have been able to hear all of you, and it's been a beautiful session. But every time I made effort to get in, I could not. So I guess my phone is not working as well. But I had listed active listening as one of my strengths.
Okay,
And
okay.
I send you love and support, and I'm in.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you for
include
being
me.
here.
I would like if I could get hands on the diary or some of the things you had from the workshop,
Okay,
or, to really be included. I
okay.
will fill out my form completely and send it to you. I did get your communication
Well, thank you.
about
Thank
what,
you.
and I want to put in a real strong support for partnership.
Okay,
And partners should look at a win-win situation for themselves. It's very important that we are able to keep balance, that a partnership is not one where one person is dominating and saying, I have this, I need that, help me with this, and the other partner not being able to also show that they can give help.
exactly.
One of the reasons that some people might say, oh, I don't know about partner, is that some of us do forget that all of us have something to give as well as something to receive.
Right. Well said.
Yay, Dr. Riola. Wow, I was getting ready to call you after this.
Okay, I just figured out how to get come in. But
Oh.
yes, I'm listening to everything and I'm enjoying it all. Thank you, Deitra, for sending out the text. And yes, I'm in.
Well,
I
thank you for
enjoy
being here. Yay.
yes.
Yay. A
So
great
I
answer.
don't want to hold over, but I did write down the questions and answers, but we'll get to
I
that
know.
another
No,
time.
I mean, do we have 5 minutes? Everybody?
Yes,
Okay,
I
go
do.
ahead. Dr. Riola, go ahead and answer the question, Sonny.
Okay, number one was to are you in the wellness? And the answer is yes. I
We
want to
can't
be
see you anymore. We can't see you. Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
okay.
There you
I'm
go.
on my phone. That's
No,
the problem.
it was not, are you into wellness? It is, what are your gifts?
Oh, okay. I thought, oh, yeah, my gifts are, yeah, that's part of my gifts into wellness. And helping others, because I am a cancer survivor. So my goal is to help others seek wellness and how to be proactive instead of reactive. And I'm compassionate and understanding to people when they're talking about this. And another one I gift is to pray for people.
Yes.
Now, what was the other one?
Okay, what issues have people brought to you? Family, friends, or even you? What are you going through that you want to share?
Well, right now I'm pretty well. I kind of stay upbeat. Try to stay on my regiment, eat right, drink plenty of water. So this is what I tell people, and try to make sure you stay away from processed foods and sugars and different things like that, according to what issue you might have.
Okay, yeah. What kind of things are they bringing to you? Like, are they talking about diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure?
Cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all of that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in my spreadsheet, I'm going to have, those, a lot of that, we getting a lot of those. So, now, Dr. Riola, should we all have, oh, go ahead, Miss Lakeisha.
I wanted Miss Riola. Do you mind telling us how young you are?
Come on, Tukisha. Well, guess what? This is my birthday month, so I will be 81 this month, 26.
Oh, nice.
You look good, girl. Well, thank you very much. Well, right now, I don't know how I look, but this is me, what you see right now.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
a
you.
wealth of knowledge, yeah. I'm excited.
Now, Dr. Riola, should we each have a partner in the group, you know. Okay, you agree with that?
I
Okay.
do agree with that, yes.
Okay, are there any other questions we should look into as a group? What should we talk about?
Well, I think you talk about that, and that's eating healthy.
Okay,
Maybe could give them some recipes or something, you know.
okay, you know, by you being a doctor, are you a pharmacist or an actual doctor?
Just a naturopath doctor in holistics.
Okay, because I
Holistic
was
health.
wondering, because I know, I wish she was here, but she's not here. Yvette, you know, she's a pharmacist, but she, even in our in my seminar, last one, she talked about that we had to be careful, you know, in regards to people that are taking prescriptions, and even getting them off of that into the natural way of doing things, because you got to be careful how you do that. So she made
Exactly.
that a big point.
Mm-hmm.
And also just how the traditional world can come against what we're doing. I mean, Mama Razia talked about that before in one of her visits to our home. She talked about how it's it could be an issue with, you know, traditional and holistic. Mama Razia, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about? You know, I don't want to.
Yes, well, many times especially with seniors, it seems that this culture, at least here in America, wants us to be on lots of medication. And
Right.
anything you say, there's a medication. When you talk about what you're doing holistically, how you're eating, you're doing your juice regimens and your teas, your elixirs, many times you will be discouraged. Well, you know, we don't know about that. That is not. So it is challenging, and seniors who want to be healthy, who want to look like Dr. Riola, really need to have partnerships or support systems among each other, because you are not encouraged. Basically, our medical model does not encourage holistic health the way it should.
Right, right. Thank you,
And
Mama Razia. Well,
And
let's
now, one more question that was, did I live near someone that in health and wellness? And yes, within 5 miles, of course, Lakeisha.
Okay, great.
And she is a motivator.
She is. She truly is. All righty then. Well, you know, I thank you all. And I want to end like we always do, because I think it's powerful. Give yourselves a hug. Please do. I mean, we need that love too. That's right. And let's give the world a hug, because they welcome us. They're welcoming us. Yes. And let's drop down all the love. And let's see, our next meeting. Let's see.
Wednesday,
Stacy.
Thursday.
Yes, next Tuesday, we will be talking about the brain, the central nervous system, and how it works, what's all included in it, the parts of the brain, and the hormones associated with the brain and how it affects the rest of our body.
And thank you, Stacy. That's gonna be powerful. In regards to the wellness seekers, I want to give us time to get our spreadsheet and go over the information. So let's see. Maybe I'm getting ready to go out of town, so I won't be here to do it in person. Sorry, this printer is going off here. Anyway, but Stacy, when is the next time we'll be available? Let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking.
Why don't y'all put that together? Because I have a client at 11 and I got
Okay.
we can
Well,
talk.
you'll be notified on
Mhm.
what's coming up next for us. So
Mhm.
Queen, let me ask you right quick. Can we, at 12 o'clock, when we come back to this Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
all right. Well, thank you all.
Peace out. Love
All
you.
right.
Love you.
Love